Night Shift Radio. Say what's up to everybody.
What's up, everybody? Anecia Zhane.
Anecia Zhane, okay. Those of y'all, I know her last name sound familiar, but y'all remember that groove thing?
I mean, that's if you know your music history. Way back in the day.
Right, exactly. I put that in I made a song and I kind of gave them a little shout out not too long ago in a song that I made.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what did I say in the lyrics? I was like, it's like Zhane, it's a groove thing, Yeah, so welcome Night Shift Radio, Kids of Podcast Show. We gonna talk about, where you from, how you grew up, stuff like that, your experiences as a black female artist at that. And so let's start off with basically, your background. Give us a little brief summary on where you grew up and what got you into music.
Okay, so originally I'm from Augsburg, Germany.
Mm-hmm.
My father was military; he was Army. So
okay,
so I was actually born out there, and
be all you can be.
Well, I don't speak German. I always get that. People always ask me, "Do you speak German?" No, I don't.
Yeah.
I honestly just never wanted to learn German. So.
I was just talking about that, just to interject real quick. I was just talking about that with some friends too last night, because we were talking about what is the hardest languages in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what, Germany has to be top 5. Like just speaking German, I'm talking about, and Russian, Mandarin, Cantonese, just a struggle,
barely making it through. Okay, Spanish, but
yeah, I was basically saying Spanish and French probably would be the more easier ones. As far as the Latin languages, I feel like the hardest Latin language has to be Portuguese.
I agree.
Because they use very big words. Like if you want to say thank you, it's obrigado.
Yeah, and that's already like I'm forgetting 2 seconds how you just said that.
See.
Right now.
Yeah, and that one just stuck with me for some reason, But I'm a big word kind of person. I like big words, and so they do stick with me. So, but yeah. Oh yeah, I'll tell you, but
no, it's fine. But yeah, I do get that question. So, no, I just English. I know there's a little bit of Spanish. I went to Tucson after Germany. Stayed there most of my life. Went to school there. Everything.
Right.
But we all know Tucson's kind of small town,
Right.
And there's just not a whole lot going on for anybody who's been to Tucson.
Hey, let me tell you something, Anecia. I pissed somebody off, I think a few days ago. Listen, y'all, I ain't trying to, I promise, I'm not trying to piss y'all off. I'm just saying. So basically, exactly. So the conversation was, they were saying like where they're from or something. And they were, and I was like, oh man, you're from Tucson. And their facial expression and their response, right? When I said that, they was like, oh hell no, I am from Vegas. And
like
so
an insult, I'm weak.
So my rebuttal was that, you know what? That's right, boy, because Tucson is trash. And they got mad at me. They was like, what the hell? And it's like a bipolar situation. It just flipped. And I was like, you just trashed it. You just sounded your facial, your body language. We talked about body language, your facial expression.
He's like, it's only okay.
I was vibing off of you. I was pivoting off of you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know, but yeah. See what I'm saying? Like Tucson. Hey, listen, U of A. I gotta love it. You know what I'm saying? Wildcats, love it. Right.
Right.
A few eating places, but other than that, hey, listen, Mount Lemon. There you go.
Awesome. I've been there.
Right.
Yeah.
So there are a few, if you want to call it national gems, national treasures there. But outside of that,
opportunity wise, I can't say it. I felt like my growth was stunt. Like I couldn't grow very much. You always have to look for like outside.
Right.
But I mean, it's nice to live there. It's a retirement city.
There you go.
It's a retirement city.
Yeah.
But I left there and then I came here. Why? Because I've always found myself here.
So, and living in Tucson, how long did you live in Tucson?
Let's see, maybe 15 plus years, a little bit.
Okay. So as far as the music scene, explain to the audience what was the music scene during your time living there, especially let's say for Black people, right? Hip hop, you know, R&B or whatsoever. What is it like there? Crystallize that for the audience.
Honestly, they do their thing out there. I will say that they do definitely try to put on some shows and whatnot. In my experience, I did a couple of performances there, and it was cool. It was cool, but I always felt like it just needed a little more as far as the way they promote, the venues. You know, and like I said, I'm all for everybody doing their thing, but I just always felt like there was something missing from the way they were doing it.
Right.
And like some of the artists there, I just feel like in this industry you can't really be a yes man. You know, everybody wants to do something, but being a yes man to everybody, it's gonna kind of bring the quality down a little bit.
Right.
You know? So I just kind of felt like out there it was just more about pleasing and just who you knew and popularity versus like talent. Actual talent.
Right. And so the biggest, I would say, argument out here is about radio stations not playing local artists. So it sounds like it was the same way, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You know, like anywhere else, you gotta grow your platform. You gotta, you gotta get out there and network and all of this stuff. You know, earn the respect, and that comes in every place that you're at. Whether you move to out of Arizona or you're somewhere else, you still have to earn your way and get people to hear you. You know. But at the same time, it's like we have to give those quality people a chance, you know. Ray Pookie, and then that from the neighborhood. You know, like they might be cool, but you know, are they quality? You know, be a good friend and tell your friends the truth. And then when you're doing real business, reach out to those quality artists, you know, who take it seriously, who have that talent. That's how I feel.
Okay. Got it. So Germany, and then Germany to Tucson sounds like.
Yes.
Right? And then you're like, man, my growth is stunted, right?
It's time.
It's time. Yeah, basically, hey, that's how I was feeling in Tampa. Yeah. And I love Tampa Bay. That's going to always be my second home. You know, no knocks anywhere else, but you know, I went to college there and everything, and but it's a smaller community.
Right.
You know, and so at some point you going to plateau, like straight up.
Right.
You know, you go hit the ceiling. So, you know, you decided, hey, you know what? I'm going to take my talents to Phoenix.
Yeah.
And that's the right thing to do, I feel like, for artists, period. You know, and it's not knocking the other places, you know. I mean, I'm from KC, y'all. You know, I might be a little bit arrogant sometimes when I talk about other towns and stuff like that, you know. But for real, though, and, you know, this is just being genuine with you right now. I feel like you and, like, Ray, Merkham's, like, you got, I mean, I feel like Phoenix has the best talent in the U.S., period. I'm just saying, y'all do. And the reason being is the music, type of sounds, the beats. I mean, y'all smart at picking what beats you like and stuff like that. Y'all not sounding like L.A.
Right.
You're not sounding like the Bay and the Yay, right? You're not sounding like Chicago drill music or New York or down south music. It's like, it's this definitive consciousness type music here. Do you agree to that?
Yeah, it's like you want people to know you, who you are. You know, like it's cool to have people like, oh, you remind me of so and so, or you remind me of this person, like especially if they're big, they're legends, you know, like they paved the way for us basically. But to know how to formulate your own says a lot. There's a frequency in you that doesn't operate quite the same in this generation.
Yeah, see. So growing up and through your travels and stuff like that, you know, let's circle back around to like who were your influences and then what got you into singing in the first place. I mean, did you sing in a choir? I hear a lot of stories. I sung in a choir. I tippy-toed in the ballet or something. I don't know.
I mean, but it's real. That's kind of how it goes. So,
right. Yep. Exactly.
Oh man. So who I look at growing up, who inspired me, some of you already know, Aaliyah. I am a huge Aaliyah fan, okay? Like, I'm talking, I have her Barbie
At first
doll.
she don't succeed.
Yes. I literally
up and try again.
I was excited.
Yeah.
I think last year when they announced her limited edition doll, I have her doll sitting on my dresser. She's a big deal for me. So her rest in peace.
Rest in peace, Aaliyah.
Yeah, she was like the Michael Jackson for me, and I love Michael Jackson, but she was like that. I would have loved to do a song with her or see her in concert live. Another one for me is Maya.
Listen,
I love Maya.
I still, to this day, from the first time I heard her when I was in high school back in the 90s, I'm telling on myself on my age, but I still got a crush on that woman. Still to this day. Listen,
she's still bad.
I just bought her, I know she made the album a little bit a while ago. I forgot what it was called. But I just bought it for the heck of it, just because I want to just hear her voice. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I think it was like 12 songs on there and maybe 5 or 6 really good ones that I was really liking. But I bought it on vinyl. Because why? You know, it's just those type of artists that you really connected to back then. And then you think about the high school love back then. But, you know, yeah, I like she's like one of my favorites for real.
Oh, she's
dope. For real.
Absolutely dope.
Yep. So you like Maya, Aaliyah, and then anyone else influence?
So if you're into like India Arie,
there you go.
I really love her because I feel like I resonate with multiple genres. I'm well cultured. I'll put it that way.
Right.
I love pop music. I love R&B music. Neo soul, I absolutely love it. Big fan of Jill Scott.
Right.
I feel like it's the vibe for me a lot of the times. And it's gonna come as a surprise to some of y'all, but my favorite music, my favorite genre is actually country music.
Hey, listen, I'm not knocking it.
Some people are like, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, you wouldn't expect it, but my favorite is country."
All right, as a black sister, tell us. not even, you know, and just to be, you know, respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even trying to put you on Front Street, nothing, because I listen to freaking every once in a while, Jason Aldean, freaking George Strait. I know a lot of them, Garth Brooks.
Yeah, you know, K. Michelle has, I mean, I love K.
Tim
Michelle's
McGraw.
voice. She does country.
Nelly does country.
Yep. Yeah, Beyonce has a whole...
What's the guy from Hootie and the Blowfish? He be doing his thing too. The brother from there too. So and it just feels like historically, it sounds like we started country music. Yeah. You know, I mean, think about slavery, right? You know, and so yeah, that's cool. No knock on that. You know, support it. I mean, and I feel like Beyonce embodied that and brought that back anyway. She did. And I feel like she also though. What's the word we can use for that? When she came out with her album, as far as the backlash goes, she really made people show their true colors of who they really are, as far as racism and stuff like that. You know, we don't want a black woman singing our genre of music. Well, guess what? That's ours.
She didn't mind. She knew. You know, when you think about that, she knew she was going to rattle the cage. She knew that she was going to get some of that backlash. Yeah. But she took it head on, you know. She knew what she was doing. Right. You know. And her husband is Jay-Z, who's a very intelligent man. So she knew.
Push the limits, push the buttons, you know. Yeah, so that's dope. So country music is your favorite. Yeah. And then are you going to incorporate country music in some of your songs for the future or no? Or how do you feel about that?
I won't let that cat out of the bag.
All right.
Do a single that I'm actually like putting my foot in a little bit of everything, because one while I was just doing straight R&B, you know, and then I kind of like heard some of like the pop genre type beats, and I was like, oh, you know, Chris Brown and all them, The Weeknd, Bruno Mars. I'm like, oh, this is dope, you know? Yeah. So I have a few songs that are like that, because I'm like, you know, you got to think bigger, you know, like this is nice, but what if there's a fashion show or something going in the club, you know, let me have that other genre that can still raise some brows for that side of the audience, you know?
Right. Exactly. So let's go through your newest project. Tell everybody what's the name of your newest project.
I'm Her is the one that released the latest album project. And man, there's a lot to go in that one. I think of that album as more of my diary.
All right. Let's get into it then. Let's unpack it. You know. So for you, what was the song that, you know, you created and then, you know, you like, you know what, I'm going to pivot, because that's how albums work, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I've been making albums myself. And what was the song that really, you know, on that album, you feel like, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, yeah, I'm going to make the rest of the songs, like, you know?
Yeah, okay. I would have to say my song, She Don't.
Okay.
The reason that song I felt like was the song, and I released that one first on purpose as a single. Okay. To give people like the sneak peek, like, wow, you know, like into my my personal emotions. I feel like a lot of people have known me to always do love songs. Right. Which is good. You know, you have some artists like that where they have a specific genre that they specialize in. But in that season of mine, I was going through it. I was going through it in my personal life, in my relationship. And at that time frame, I just felt like, no, like I feel like everybody goes through something in their relationship or where they're battling with, like, I love this person, but I feel like I'm not enough, or, you know, they want to explore other options and stuff. And that song to me was like me saying, like, you know, she don't even love you like I do. Love you all the ways that a wifey loves you, you know? And it was just me speaking from my heart and my frustration of like, you know, yeah, that's cool. You want to do that, but realize the rareness that comes with a real partner, a real partnership, someone that loves you, and not someone who's just fun. Because you got people that are just meant for fun. You know? So that song right there, I feel like was my top song of the project. And from there, because it was such a topper, I was like, ugh, I got to come with it. I got to follow it up with something else. Right. You know? And I had that motivation, like, I can't go backwards. That was the song that pushed me to, like, I can do this.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. And so it has, I want to say, was it 8 songs? 9?
Yeah, it was 8. So, it's got some, like, Tell Me Why is more like a...
I like Tell Me Why.
Yeah. You could play that in the club. You could turn that up in your car. It's toxic, but I love it because I think back on the 90s songs. Right. And most of the songs that we love, you know, played by Escape or SWV, are super toxic, but we all still are like dancing to it, like, like we're not hearing the lyrics, you know what I'm saying? But Tell Me Why was that for me. Like, I'm going to step outside the box, and I'm going to be the side chick in this perspective.
Oh, no, I know, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me ask you something. What obviously it sounds like it was from personal experience, right? You know, so you really had to really embody that. Yeah. And, you know, like, put all your feelings away and stuff like that.
To be very vulnerable, yeah.
Exactly. Because a lot of people don't know what goes through the mind of a side chick or a side boyfriend or whatever, side husband nowadays. I don't know, but...
Yeah, you know? Yeah, you know, you got to really think about it, but...
And from what I've the conversations I've had with people, different people from different backgrounds, it's like it's some people, some men and women are willing to, like we just said, embody that and take it. Say, okay, well, that's fine. I'll be your side, whatever.
Right.
You can have your husband, go home to him, but
Right.
but see, at the end of the day, sounds fun, sounds cool, maybe, but it's still toxic.
It is.
Right.
And nobody thinks about, and I expressed in that song, I'm the side chick in this song.
Okay.
But I fell in love with the man that has the wife. So I'm expressing like all the ways I feel I'm better than her, but you chose her, and and you can't have both. But what I knew what this was, but I caught feelings, So
right.
It's all fun and games until someone falls in love.
Hey, Night Shift Radio. Here's a podcast. I heard what you just said, right? She said it's all fun and games until
somebody falls in love.
I thought about that before. When people have these like love triangles, and dating somebody's, wife or husband, in most cases, they go catch feelings, man.
Yeah.
And especially if they're engaging in, if you want to call it, sexual ritual at the same time, because I feel like sex is a ritual to a degree. You know what I'm saying? And so, that's spirits and spirits touching each other. You know what I'm saying? Like you're exchanging what we call frequency, energy. You know what I mean? There's gonna be some, attraction and all these other things that go along with it. Start caring for that person.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, you put some experiences on there.
I did. And it took a while. Like this wasn't a project that I just zoomed through. It took a lot. And in the process, you're still juggling life. You're still juggling everything outside of your music. At the time, I was grieving. I had lost my brother in December, and we were
rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace, bro. We were just wrapping up the album at that point when I was dealing with that. And to just have to push your way through and say, I have to still finish this project despite of what's going on in my own outside life. You know? It's not easy.
It isn't. That's tough. Well, I mean, good album. I listened to it and we'll continue to listen to it. I'm hoping you're going to do a vinyl version of it. I know.
Is that something you would want?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm literally this is Night Shift Radio. That's right. This is Kizza. So right here and right now, live, I am requesting a vinyl version. I thought about it when I was getting ready to come over here for the show today, and I was thinking about it the whole time. I was like, I really hope I'll pay you, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Sign it, please, at least, though. Right?
Oh, I would absolutely.
I feel like you should do that. I've been encouraging Ray Wimley to do that for his project he got with the Moonlight and Sunlight.
Oh yeah.
That
would be fire.
And I understand, vinyl requires that maybe you want to buy a bulk, but look at it like this though. Let's say they require you to buy 50. I mean, it's not meant for you to go sell 50 all at once. I mean, if you do, more power to you. Like, wow, you're super popular at this point, right? And already is, of course. But like I'm saying, if you're gonna just start booking shows then, or get a booking agent, book shows, and have a pop up.
Have those, yeah.
I mean, I've been to an Alchemist pop up in downtown Phoenix. That's just do a pop up and get like 10 of them. Just take only 10 of them over there. Hey, y'all, this is limited supply. First 10 people get here, got to buy the vinyl. You see what I mean? It's make it high demand, maybe people want it. So, yes, please.
Okay.
Please bless me.
I feel like that's nothing but God that you brought that up, because
let's talk about it.
I was just talking to my mom on the way here about, I said, Mom, so I'm ready to get my merch and everything going. I said, but I'm just one of those people that likes to think outside the box. I said, everybody does clothing, which is cool. Nothing against that. I still plan on doing like some shirts for some people, like, oh, I really want shirts. But I'm just someone who thinks outside the box. So now that you mentioned vinyls, I was also thinking like, I love smell goods. I'm a person that loves smell goods. And I pay attention. I always run these by people, and they're like, oh, I'm a oil person. I'm a, you know, a perfume person. So I'm taking all of this because I'm like, okay, believe me, I'm doing something with this in my mind when I'm trying to find out, like, what does everybody like that's not so traditional?
Okay. So, I mean.
So I will put that on my list.
All right. Y'all heard it right here. All right. I'm going to keep rewinding or whatever. And,
yep.
All right. I got the tape now.
Exactly.
You said.
Hit my DM about them vinyls.
The vinyls, for real. Yeah. I would highly suggest that, you know, like really go online and look at the multiple different vinyl shops you can check out. And I know they got local ones here, but see if you can cut a deal.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I heard a few people complaining like, oh, they require you to buy 100 of them. And then I'm like, okay, I feel that, man. You know, who wants to carry around 100
vinyls? Yeah,
at their house, you know, and maybe perhaps you will sell maybe, you know, 50 of them. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But yeah, basically, look into that. I need an 8-track version of it. I'm joking. That was before your time.
Your whole request here.
No, I'm joking.
But you know, if you have an outside fan base, you know, because when I was doing my books, I was, you know, sending the books out to people out of state. So if you have that fan base, you know, and they're not able to make your shows, you can just always send them out, autograph them, send them out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That way.
Exactly. Well, you know, Eve, since we're talking about women and stuff, like Eve came out with the 25th anniversary of Scorpion. You ever listened to that album before, Scorpion?
I did.
Yeah. So I got the 25th anniversary vinyl. It's dope. Has the splatter red and black on it. It's just dope. And then she has the sign, you know, like a placard on it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to get that. You know, and I got her in my top 5, honestly, as far as like, you know, female rappers, hip hop artists. So.
Oh, yeah. She's awesome. I'm always singing that. I put her song in the background of one of my posts recently.
Okay.
Who's that girl?
There we go.
La, 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 la. That's my song.
Right.
Yeah, she's fire.
So I did see on your catalog you got previous albums, or I would say EPs per se.
I do.
Yeah. So what was your very first EP?
Love Hard.
Okay. It's on Apple Music, by the way.
Yes, it's all platforms, but yes, Apple Music if you got an iPhone or anything like that. That was an interesting album because I was just kind of coming into my shell of making my own music.
Right.
I think I had only put out 2 singles before then. And I was like, okay, I never actually did a project before. So I was still trying to find my sound, what beats I felt complimented me best, my writing style for that. Around that time, I depended a lot on... okay, this is going to be dope if I have a feature on it. Features are always dope, don't get me wrong. But I now feel like that was kind of my way of taking the easy route a little bit, you know, until I could get comfortable. When you self-evaluate yourself, like as an artist, you know, or whatever you do, you look back and you're like, okay, I could work on this. I can get better at my writing this way.
Right.
I'm Her, the latest album, was like my challenge to myself. Like, I want to see if I can get through an entire project with no feature. A lot of MCs, a lot of rappers, they actually go do that on purpose. You know, they want to, I mean, they appreciate the help. Yeah.
But they need to see where their growth are.
Right.
When it comes to those things. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, so your very first album, I mean, EP per se, right? And I think I saw another one, right? There should be 3, total 3, I think 3 or 4.
We have, like Love Language.
There we go, Love Language.
Was the one before. I feel like that was that was more when I figured out my sound. Love Language. Yeah. My top song on there was Pull Up.
Okay. I'm going to have to bump Pull Up when I ride out of here.
Again, you know, you feel a little like Aaliyah when it comes to the beat. It's one of those you can dance to, and I was kind of getting comfortable at that point. Like, okay, I know my sound. I know what I like. I know where my voice range is at. So that for me kind of was like, okay, this is what I want to do, and this is not just a hobby for me.
Right.
Because you go through that. You're like, do I want to make this a career, or is this just a hobby? Where do I see myself with this?
Got it. Yeah. So, yeah, you got to have things to, like, I would say, like, manifest out here, you know?
Yeah.
All right. So, having said all that, because I know you said earlier you would have loved to work with Aaliyah.
Oh, absolutely.
Are there any local artists out right now that you're kind of like checking out a little bit? It's okay.
I think he knows. I'm a big fan of Merkham's.
There we go.
Merkham's.
Shout out to Merkham's.
We've talked a little bit here and there about music or doing a project together, but like I said, he's doing his thing. I'm doing my thing. So it hasn't happened quite yet, but it is something that I'm still trying to do.
Okay. He said, we outside.
Yeah, that's my song right there.
Right.
And right now, his fire song right now is Phoenix.
Phoenix,
you know?
I know, right?
I love that. I honestly love that. You know, he's embracing the heat.
Yeah.
He's getting a lot of heat from it. And I'm like, you know what? Let him stay mad. You're doing something right, you know?
Right, exactly.
You're doing something right. Outside of Merkham's, I did a song with Sway.
Okay.
We had a song together on my previous album.
I'm trying to think who Sway is.
And then
like Sway
by She Loves Sway.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to listen to that one. Okay.
He's dope, real smooth. He's kind of vibey, like a Drake vibey.
Oh, okay.
That's I mean, in my own opinion. Another person I would like to work with, if we ever had the chance, Jada Pink is one of my favorite female rappers out here. She's bad. She knows she's doing it. Like that girl can rap.
Where's Jada Pink from?
Well, I know right now she's in Atlanta.
Okay.
But she was out here recently and did a radio interview.
Okay.
And her and Merkham's did a song together.
You see?
And they're both of them are like my favorite right now.
Let's get you a line, my brother.
Yes,
Make a track with Anecia over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, I could kind of see some, Method or something. Method
and Mary.
Something like that going on.
Y'all go on a rooftop. It's hot than a mug.
The whole nine. Not in the summertime. Can't do that in the summertime. It's too hot. But there are some artists out here that are doing their thing, and I'm not outside too much unless there's something going on, or unless I'm a part of something. That's just how I am. I'm not an outside girl like that unless it's beneficial or I'm supporting someone.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel that. Hey, you gotta do what's best for especially your work ethic right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, all right. And then you got any new projects you thinking about?
I actually started working on an album.
Okay.
So, I got to keep the momentum going.
Okay, exactly.
And I'm already a few songs in.
Okay.
So,
all right.
It's not releasing anytime soon, but
we go call it Untitled.
It is starting out so good already.
Okay.
And I'm so proud because, like I said, once you have something fire, the goal is to go up. The goal is to just keep topping whatever it is that you're doing, so that you can just keep grabbing the attention, And I love that. I have a little focus group. So, like, a few people that I'll send, like, some of the new stuff to, and I'll be like, tell me your honest opinion on this, I'm not one of those people where I can't take negative criticism.
Right.
Because that's going to help me. Like, not everybody's right all the time, but it helps to have a different ear.
Right. Exactly.
You don't hear the same way, Not
don't.
everybody.
I would say, I know what that's like. You know what I mean? Like, and then, that's really cool. That's really awesome. Like what you're doing right now, I like that. You got a new project you got coming on.
Yeah.
And then you got a show coming up here soon. Actually, sounds like you got a couple shows going on.
Yeah, it's busy.
Right? It's straight up busy. And so you definitely you listen to rap music, sounds like, probably, right? You listen to hip hop music?
I do. I do listen to hip hop.
Okay.
I listen to all music. Like I said, I listen to rock, country, R&B, neo soul, pop, R&B. Yeah.
All right, on Night Shift Radio, we go ask you, what's your top 5?
Oh my goodness, top 5.
Top 5, dead or alive.
Okay, well, let's go with artists.
Okay.
I love Joyner Lucas. Joyner Lucas is dope. I love his storytelling mentality. Like, everything is a story, and it puts you there.
Right.
And that's what I love about Joyner. I do like Kevin Gates.
All right, Kevin Gates.
You know, depending on the mood, time of day, I do love Kevin Gates. Okay. Another one that I love, and he's not famous, but he should be, okay? If y'all aren't familiar with it, Cash BFD,
Cash BFD.
His song Ricky is fire.
Okay.
It's fire.
Ricky!
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's something you can turn up to. Outside of him, I love Nipsey. Rest in peace.
Nipsey.
Nipsey.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle.
Love Nipsey. His music is so motivational. It's all about the hustle, the grind, you know, making a difference. And I love that. He's also somebody who was a huge impact to his community, and he made a difference. And I think that's more important than just being a rapper. He made a difference for his people and his community, you know? And that's still being spoke about today.
Right.
And he's been gone a while. So him, and I have like one more, right?
Yep, one more.
I like Dizzy Wright. So
I never really listened to Dizzy albums at all. You know, maybe I've heard a few songs, you know, off of the radio, the Sirius radio or something like that. But
I like Dizzy. He's he's a very conscious rapper. I wish I could name one more, but he's a very conscious rapper. Much like J. Cole, but he talks about life. He talks about lessons. You know, he's very I'll make you think. Or if you're a smoker, you just want to vibe out. He's one of those artists you can put on and just let it play.
Right. Okay. Wow, that's dope. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. So those are your top 5. Yeah. I guess I got to tell you my top 5.
All right.
See, it's the total opposite. I'll say. So my top 5, you know, I feel like for me, it's definitely going to be Tupac. I'm going to put Tupac in there.
I'm mad you said 5. And I wish I could have made more, but go ahead.
Right. Exactly. Eminem.
Okay.
Nas.
All right.
Jay-Z. It's a toss-up, but I'm probably going to go with Scarface.
Okay.
Either for me, it would have been Scarface or Ice Cube. Okay. One of those two. Yeah. I would say for me, they're like the top 5.
Yeah.
Like best MCs, like just MCing on the mic. You know what I mean?
Lyrical. I feel that.
You know.
Dang, neither one of us said Kendrick.
Well, listen. Kendrick Lamar, I'm a fan of his music.
Okay.
I would say for me, I didn't like the Half Steppers album.
Okay.
I mean, it was okay, maybe a handful of songs, but you know what I mean? And I just feel like G and X made up for all of that. You know, his latest album, you know, stuff like that. And then he went on his, you know, attack with Drake and songs and stuff like that. Yeah. But speaking of Drake, I mean, he dropped 3 albums. Not only 1, 2, 3, and number ones. Broke records. Broke Jay-Z record.
But did you think all of them were worth it?
I mean, I'm gonna be transparent with you. Yeah. Not only but hell yeah.
I mean the tracks though.
Okay, so number 1, Iceman. I mean, I like you. You know what I'm saying? Let's you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We got time. Let's have this debate then. I've been wanting this debate anyway. Okay, fine. Cool. I like Iceman is dope. I like all the songs.
All the songs, all 3 albums, or just that one?
Okay, we're gonna start album for album.
Okay.
All right. So Iceman, which is probably the most popular one, all the songs was good. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because he got sick and tired of people like Kendrick, like everyone else. Everybody piled on him.
You wanted to show him up.
Exactly. And this is the Fuck You album or Fuck Y'all album. He dissed Jay-Z. He dissed Kendrick Lamar, LeBron James. Like, he dissed all of them.
And would you say it's also because he wanted out of his deal?
I mean, yeah, we can attribute it to that, but at the end of the day, the songs themselves, the albums, it still overshadows that. And even though he got his $2.3 billion, I know I was listening to the Real Report show with Tony Yayo and Uncle Murder. Y'all better check that out for real. They're dope as hell.
Yeah,
I love them. I love what they're doing. Yeah, I mean, okay, that's fine. We can factor that into there. But at the end of the day, Iceman went on Iceman roll. He iced the fuck out of it, okay? It's fruit, okay? F-bomb, whatever. He iced the hell out of them, okay? He did. I'm just telling y'all he did. Second album, right? Maid of Honor. That's clean as hell, right? And I feel like it gave me, if you want to say, what was Drake's second album again? It was Take Care. It gave me a little bit of Take Care vibes, a little bit, just a little bit, right? Well, actually, more of the Habib. What you call it? The Habib habitat or habitat? Yeah,
y'all know what he mean.
Yeah, y'all know. Yeah. Sorry, I mean, I'm over here tongue twisting over here, but I'm just saying, like, the second album, the second one, Maid of Honor, that's clean. I didn't see anything bad. I had that on repeat too. I feel like Iceman set the tone, right? Like, fuck everybody but me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it did that. And then the other albums, cool. Now that the one that just tongue twisted, the Habitat, we're gonna call it Habib then or something like that, right?
Somebody correct him in the comments.
Yeah, correct him. It's okay. I'm all about it. It makes me grow, makes me stronger. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You know, but that one, I need to lean in a little bit more into that one. But those first two, respectfully, I'm saying, number one, GNX ain't messing with Iceman. I'm sorry, it's not. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. I'm saying. And not only that, Kendrick ain't had no freaking 3 albums go number 1.
Yeah, I think that's where we got him.
And he broke the internet. Dude, so listen to how many streams he had in one day. 13.8 million? Come on.
Well, I also think it's because people wanted to see like 3 albums. What's this about? But I don't know. Like, in my opinion, I'm not.
Go for it. You got the floor. Let's hear it.
I'm not saying
She's playing devil's advocate. I love this. This is fun.
I'm not saying that Drake isn't dope. Do I feel like some of the songs like it was rushed? Because I do know, like, from Drake all the way when he first started to like now, I know his potential, his quality, and all of that stuff. I feel like it was a little bit rushed. I feel like maybe if he would have even released just 2 and like let the other one, like, you know, pace himself, I feel like they could have been better. Now, I'm not saying it's totally trash and he just, you know, threw something together, but I just feel like it was a little bit rushed.
Okay, so are you saying all 3 albums felt like they were rushed, or a particular one? Or what was it you didn't like about let's start with what was it you didn't really like about Iceman besides it being rushed? Was it maybe the beats or you know?
Some of the beats were fire, but I just felt like I'm a visual person. So, and that could also because I'm one of those people where like I like to listen. I like to hear the story and see the story. For some of the songs, I just didn't feel like I was fully seeing this story. For some of the other songs, I thought it was great. I'm like, okay, I see, you know, shots fired. But
right.
I just feel like if he would have took his time a little bit more, it could have been better.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. And he's going to top it. He's going to top it because he knows what he's already done. And he's already got people.
The freaking internet.
He's got people listening, so you know you can't just crash after that. He knows he has to follow it up.
All he can do is go up. There's no way he can go down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not after
this, you know what I'm saying? And I, you know, I mean, I like the Party Next Door album. To me, that was what he did with him. The 21 Savage album, come on. He did with 21 Savage. Like, I mean, I'm not saying I'm like a Elvis type fan with Drake, but he's good. I mean, the dude is talented, and the dude knows how to stay on point with his songs and stuff like that. And I just feel like, I'm sorry, but Kendrick ain't gonna beat those numbers anytime soon.
No.
It's not happening. He can do all the Super Bowl, you know, moonwalk dancing stuff he want, you know what I mean? But but I'm not hating on Kendrick though, because like I said, again, you know, Kendrick took so long between that last album. And for me, as a Kendrick Lamar fan, I just feel like, you know, what you want to call it, a half stepper or the lemon pepper half stepper brothers, wherever you want to call it. Like, I mean, I just wasn't digging that, you know what I'm saying? I just felt like, you know, he should have been more focused, man. He should have just, I don't know. I wasn't feeling that. And, you know, but GNX at the end of the day is still classic. So y'all don't be mad at me. I'm actually giving Kendrick Lamar his props. I'm a huge fan of him. It was just one album that I just was like, you know, dog, I mean, come on.
And you're going to have that, I feel like with I artist, you know.
With some of Drake's albums, I mean, I wasn't listening to, what's it called, a Tootsie Slide like that now. I'm just being honest with y'all. I wasn't fucking with that. I wasn't bumping that, playing that. What's
that song? It gets on my nerves every time it turns on the radio. And it's just this one little part, and I'm like, why did someone not say, like, let's do something else, you know? But that could have been my opinion. It's like, baby girl. Oh.
Yeah.
I cringe every time I hear that. Come on.
I got you.
But some people probably love that.
It gave you some weirdo vibes, you know what I'm saying? A little bit. Yeah.
Just like, well, not even weirdo. I just didn't like it. Like the way it was said, you know, I'm just like, you could have said anything. You know, but there's some people that probably was like, yo, that goes crazy. Everybody likes something different, you know?
No, that's true. That's very true. And I know Kendrick, when he finally does come out, it's going to be dope. You know what I mean? Like, he was very, like, consistent. You know, whether it's, you know, the Mad City, Good Kid album. I mean, the albums before that. The 2010 albums, you know, I think actually 2008, 2009, 2010 albums, and the stuff he was doing with Absol, all of them grew up together. Schoolboy Q, you know, J-Rock. Like, I like that whole clique. They're dope. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But right now, everybody's talking about Drake, and so are we.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? You know.
They're all coming out with something different. I mean, even Chris Brown switched it up, and some people didn't know how to feel about that. You know?
Okay, we can talk about Chris Brown. You know what I mean? Like, I have not. Y'all don't be mad at me. I'm sorry, but I am immediately. I have not listened to the Chris Brown album yet.
So he's gonna do that today because he just told on himself.
All right. Anecia gave me my homework assignment.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I gotta go listen to Chris Brown album. You know. Honestly, I haven't listened to Chris Brown in a while, but that don't mean that he's not making hits, because he is. Because no matter what, even if you don't listen to the album, you're still gonna hear some of the hits off of the albums.
Right.
You know, the one thing I will say about Chris Brown, I mean, I would say some of the last 3 or within the past 5 years, I mean, he be having like 30 songs on.
Yeah, I will
on
say.
Album. Like, so what do you think?
They be super long. In my opinion, when I see that rollout, I think he could shorten it. But I don't know if that's just what he's going for. But to me, I'm like, 14 songs, 21 songs. I'm like, that's a lot.
Exactly. I feel like Chris Brown is in this like vision. Like, you go listen to my songs.
Yeah.
You go listen to it all the way through. You know, it's like, man, you know.
A lot of people don't do that nowadays.
It's not like that. Yeah, you're right.
They might get through like 5, maybe 8, you know, skip around a little bit, but I don't know if anyone sits there and listens to an entire rollout these days.
So I would say, for me, if I'm a fan of it, fan of your music, I mean, I'm not gonna listen to 30 songs like straight up like that. Like, just sit there, you know, because think about it, 30 songs can, you know, add up to almost 2 hours possibly. Yeah. And the way our attention spans are, Nowadays, you know what I mean? You too busy playing on your phone. You right. I mean, it's background. It becomes background noise at some point.
Yeah.
You know, and so my thought process is, why don't you guys just kind of bring it back old school, you know, and do the 15 song, 16 song. And that was the standard. If you go back, look at Tupac albums, you know what I'm saying? It was like 16 songs basically throughout, you know, except for maybe Machiavelli. But All Eyes on Me was a double album, you know, but I mean, yeah, man, you can't, I feel like just stop at 14 or 15, you know, and, you know, maybe 3 singles off of it to keep it, you know, cooking on the stove. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And put your top songs like at the beginning of the album. Don't put them towards the end because you may not. Some people may not get to the end. You know.
You know that is I feel like for all artists, whether you're a singer or, you know, a rapper, you know, it's a learning curve.
Yeah.
Trying to put an album in sequence together. You know, that's a good. That, you know, actually, it is a good question for you. Making your album, how did you like decide? Like, what's the word? Compartmentalize. You know. Hey, listen, I'm trying to use big words on here, okay? Like, how did you just really structure that?
Compartmentalize.
Like, compartmentalize. Is that a word? I don't know.
Is.
Oh, it is a word. Okay, all right. I'm winning. It's a word, y'all. Yeah.
It is. So the way I wanted to do it was, I always get asked the question, so what's your top 3 songs? Or what's your top, you know, your favorite song? Yeah. And when I get asked that, I always ask people, are you one of those that shuffles, skips through the songs? Or are you one of those people that like to start at the top? Because I always try to put like my top 3 or however I feel like are my dopest songs. I try to put them towards the top. Because I know after that song, that's what's next. If you're just letting it play, or if you hit next, that's more than likely what you want to play next.
Exactly.
So not to say none of my songs are good. Like I have my top ones, and then I feel like I have the other ones that are like, okay, it's kind of vibing down a little bit. Like
exactly.
You know, it's winding down. I want to put like my turn it up type of songs at the top. You know, for me, anyways.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good answer. I like that. You know, because it is a journey. It's a heck of a journey when you're trying to, you know, orchestrate your album and, you know, like you said, you're trying to figure out what song is going to go where, what interlude is going to go there.
Right.
So that's good. That's dope. Well, man, this is fun. I'm having fun over here. Night Shift Radio. Hey.
Glad to be here.
So happy for you to come out, Anecia Zhane.
There you go. See, I love how he says that with the fingers.
With the fingers. I'm a 90s kid. Well, I'm an 80s kid, actually. But, you know, I lived through the golden age of all that good music.
Yes,
Zhane.
the good music.
The Brownstones.
Yes.
The Changing Faces. Okay? All of that. I mean, those groups are, to me, you know, are legendary. SWV, can't leave them out either. So, you get to listen to those 90s music sometimes?
Yes. Well, my mom always played that. So I always felt like I was born in the wrong time zone a little bit. Because that's what I like to play. You know, the Craig David, all that. Like,
Craig David. She brought up Craig. Like, whoa, I ain't heard that name in a minute.
But he's still a vibe, you know? Like Tyrese, Genuine, the old Genuine, you know?
Oh,
like,
I love, hey, listen.
I love all of the early 90s music. I'm an oldies fan, you know, Etta James and Al Green, Marvin Gaye and all their Aretha Franklin. They're my favorites. You know, I look at their music and that's where I get some of my inspo from too, because I'm like, the new music is cool and everything. I love that people are doing something different.
Right.
But that music that really connects with the heart.
Right.
Men not being afraid to beg and plead and show their emotions and be vulnerable. I love that music.
Shout out to Keith Sweat.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, whining and begging, baby.
Yes, got me
Bring
twisted.
it on.
You know, that was all the good music, and it's timeless.
Yeah.
For generations to come. My daughter, who's barely 8, loves Michael Jackson.
Oh.
She loves him.
That movie, though, and I still got to go see it. I'll tell you this. When I saw that trailer, I was like, oh, this is going to be cold-blooded.
Fire.
Okay?
Oh,
straight cold-blooded.
My gosh.
You
I got
got to see it?
I got a t-shirt and
You
everything.
got a t-shirt? Okay.
Yes.
See, I would want that on vinyl. Okay.
They did a great job, and I'm looking forward to the next part of it.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like they did him justice. I honestly do. Man, I feel like Michael, from everything to the moonwalk to the, you know, the way he dances to the making all of his music videos like a short film.
Yeah.
You don't see that too often these days. I try to coordinate that when I'm doing my videos. Like, it's cool to do performance videos or rap at a gas station or something, but the creativity that he had, you know, the thought process that went into his mind when he did these productions, it was everything but average.
Telling y'all,
everything but average.
Listen, Michael Jackson is the GOAT, period. Yes. Okay. Yes. And I like the fact, you know, because I've gotten feedback, I've heard, I said, hey, don't be giving me no damn spoilers now. I don't want to hear this crap. But when they said, but what I did appreciate is that when they stopped it at 1988, I'm like, you know what? I love that right there, boy. That's brilliant right there. Ooh, right? That's like peaking right there.
Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger is too, you know what I mean? And I think it's going to be even more people when they come right back, you know, with it. That's just very brilliant, you know, because you got, still remember, you got the Remember the Times tracks and stuff like that. The History album, I want to say, came out in 1995. Yeah. You know, and so, like, yeah, you still got to go through that journey. So, yeah, I'm going to hurry up and get my ass in the cinema. Man. A matinee or something, you know what I mean?
They casted everybody so good. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you like the costumes on there, and like the wardrobes and stuff they was wearing?
Nia Long playing his mom. I thought that was genius. She did an amazing job. I mean, everybody was just cast so good. And then even Michael's nephew. Oh my God. That is so scary, but it's so amazing. Right. You know, the looks, he had his mannerisms down, his dance moves, everything. I mean, I was impressed. I was impressed. I wouldn't have even thought that was his nephew. I would have been like, that could have been his son.
You see? And something similarity, you know, similar, or we can say juxtaposed to it, right? Is recently I saw an interview that it was Spike Lee, and he was talking about Malcolm X, and he talked about how Denzel Washington actually, like, prepared himself a year before the movie even got into the production of who Malcolm X should be, right? So he basically embodied him, right? The spirit of Malcolm X, right? Oh, yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's cool how actors actually do that. Like you said, they get their inflections, their movement, the speech and stuff like that. And when you watch Malcolm X, I mean, he had the look, had the glow, had the glasses, and the speeches and the voice. Like, you know, you would have thought that was actually reincarnated Malcolm X. And so, you know, I say that to say, with the Michael movie, his nephew, you know what I mean? Maybe he didn't do it a year prior like Denzel because, well, you have to think about back then, the way Spike Lee quickly explained it, right? They was using 35 mm. And, you know, with 35 millimeter cameras, you know, you only get like 10, maybe to 12 minutes per shot. Okay. And then it's cut, and you got to load another one. 10 shot, cut, then load another one. Now we in digital, and we in
everything
AI.
Is far more advanced now.
And for these, you know, youngsters, you know, like you said, a nephew, for these kids to even like embody that, I mean, that was just perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely gonna go see that. Thank you for those jewels you just laid upon us about Michael. And so appreciate you coming through. You're really awesome.
Much.
You are definitely
so I can sit here and talk for hours. That's why
I feel like you and I can go on. You know what I mean? I might get in trouble, you know, at the radio station. Like, hey man, we told you 45 minutes.
This is 2 hours.
This is 2 hours. What's going on? Hey, listen then, guess what? We gonna be playing the episode back to back Saturdays then, back to back weekends then. How about that? Part 1 of our interview and then part 2 of our interview, you know, because, you know, I feel like, you know, me and you, we vibe, man. Like, we can go all day talking about all of this, you know, the histories and stuff like that. So, thank you for coming through to Night Shift Radio, Kids a Podcast Show.
Man, thank you.
God bless you. Like
Thank
you've been a blessing to coming through. I can feel it. This is gonna be, you know, a great rest of the year for you. Yeah, I didn't. Well, yeah, it's
a good show,
a good show,
and a good season.
Good season,
and yeah, there's and you could better be at some of the other shows. So pull up.
Oh well, actually, no. So check this out. Yeah, I'm gonna be. I guess in 3 weeks they're gonna have a show here in our studio.
Okay.
I'm gonna be at the Ray Rimley show, so you go see me there.
Awesome.
And then when your show coming out soon, you know whatsoever, I'm there.
Okay.
You know I'm gonna show up. You know I'm gonna pull up for you and show out.
Okay.
It's gonna be hot as hell in freaking Arizona, 117 degrees, but all right. Lips all dry and cracked, you know what I'm saying, over here.
You come with the chapstick.
Come with the chapstick. I know I brought some too. I'm like, man, look, okay, like, my goodness, you know, the desert out here. So tell everybody before we go, where can we first of all find your catalog of music? We're gonna start with that.
Okay.
Where can we find your catalog of music?
Okay, so I have a Spotify. So if you have Spotify or if you have Apple Music, it's on YouTube. It's on all the social media platforms as well. So if you post anything you want to put in the background, just put in Anecia Zhane. I'll pop up. All my albums, EPs, singles, everything is right there for you to find. Also hit my YouTube real quick.
Okay, yep.
I do have a new music video that just came out. My song Way Back from my I'm Her album. If you want to take a look at that, you want some realism, a short film type of video, let me know what you think.
Y'all better leave some comments. I feel like the internet is completely getting lazy now. It's just a quick like and, you know, like passing a joint around or something. Like, leave dialogue, people. What happened?
Feedback. We need that.
Like, we don't know what's going on. I could be thinking I'm over here about to go platinum, and y'all over here saying, nah.
Right. Like, what you like about it, you know?
Yeah, you know, I be trying to get on people about that. Like, if you're going to go to the channel, like, say something, you know, voice your opinion. You know, don't be silent on it, on the music. So, and then I was about to say, and I'm going to say it actually, you know, we live in a world where, you know, I'm sorry, y'all, I'm not being disrespectful or condescending. I'm just saying, you know, we got to spell out everything. So how do you spell your name?
Okay, so Anecia is A-N-E-C-I-A. Zhane is Z like zoo, H-A-N-E with apostrophe after the E.
Exactly. Sound like they would like to know that. So where can we find you on social medias? Okay,
so on Facebook, it's just Anecia Zhane. My IG, it's Anecia Zhane _24_.
There we go. See, they weren't gonna know. We weren't gonna know that.
And I pop up. I'm one of the first ones. So as soon as you see my little name with the butterflies, that's me.
Right. Yep. It's awesome. She got an awesome page too. So I better go check it out. All right. So thank you for coming through the Night Shift Radio. I appreciate you. Y'all can find me on the Instagram. That's going to be KZA Podcast.
All right.
Night Shift Radio is going to be on vibeaz247.com. We're currently in process of working on our app, but you can find us on the website. You can find me on Saturdays, 8 p.m., Night Shift Radio, and catch us there. And peace and love to everybody.
All right. Peace and love.
Peace and love, y'all. Check y'all later.